Hi, folks. Brent here, co founder of Impact Consulting and Training. Glad to see you again. We're moving forward. A lot of things are happening. Sorry for the delay on these videos, but we'll get to it. We'll keep getting better and better with this stuff. It's hard. It's not so easy to learn. Um, I want to talk today about what's happening, what you guys are seeing in the world after the coronavirus. The coronavirus is still here. But what you're seeing with the racism and stuff that's happening around the world, the Black Lives Matter and stuff like this. Now, I know everybody out there has their opinions and stuff like this, and it's like, oh, okay, here's Brent. He's going to bring out and say his 2 cents and stuff like this. Well, I think it's important. I think it's important to discuss, to talk about, and just give you a different perspective from where we're at from our history of the military, me and my business partner Chris, to what we're seeing in the civilian world and stuff like this. And the things that we're seeing in the civilian world as opposed to the military world, I want to say that no organization on the planet is perfect. There's no organization on the planet that's perfect. And I want to talk about what's going on right now. So, with this racism stuff that's happening in America and stuff like this, it's been boiling under the surface for so long, for decades even. And it's been there. It's always been there. It's always been under the surface. And with all of this impact with the coronavirus, the lockdown, and the struggle, people losing money and stuff like this, we talked about this in the survival episodes with the coronavirus and stuff like this. Now we're going to be talking into leadership side of things and what we've learned in the military and why we're so effective and efficient there. So the thing is, what you're seeing globally is a failure in leadership, global leadership. It's pandering or pacifying people to get votes or to get money. And this is what's happening in the planet. And nobody's really paying attention to the minority groups on the planet and things like this. They're suppressing these minority groups. And the new thing about, it's not new. It's always been there. And it's been in every country that we've traveled to. It's just under the surface. Some of the people that we've gone and had drinks with when we're doing our consulting and working around the planet, when drinks get flowing, you start hearing things out of people's mouths and stuff like this. That it's not just about the black racism, and it's not Chinese and the Indians, and it's in general. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little story about me. So, I was born in 1968, and I'm very grateful to be born into the family that I was born. My dad was in the Air Force, and the Vietnam War was going on at this time. And I was born into the military. After I was born, my dad had emergency orders to come home and from Taiwan. So he was stationed in Taiwan, providing support for the Vietnamese War. And obviously, I was a baby, so I didn't know what was going on back then. And uh, I'm going to say I'm very lucky. So I didn't experience racism the way that it's being presented today. I'm not going to use the word white privilege. That's, for me, this is all bullshit. So it's just the environments that we were raised in, the parenting that we were raised in, the socioculture upbringing that we were surrounded with. It's not about white privilege. I mean, white privilege. What is white privilege? Because I'm white, I don't get stopped. If you're doing bad things, you're going to get stopped. So the thing is, so my dad was in the Air Force. I was born in '68. Dad came home. Then we were stationed in Texas. He moved to Texas with the whole family, and we were around military base, which Shepherd Air Force Base in Texas, by Wichita Falls. And I spent the first 7 years of my life there. And then after that, we moved to Germany. So I was in Germany as a kid for 4 years. And we experienced the people over there. It was really great, military and the civilian side of things. And then came back, and Dad retired in Florida, MacDill Air Force, or excuse me, Tyndall Air Force Base, and northern Florida. And then we moved down to a place called Port Charlotte, Florida, exactly where I was born at, and got into the civilian side of school. So through the schools growing up in the Air Force, we went to schools that were DoD, Department of Defense education centers. And what that is, regular elementary school, regular high school, regular kindergartens and stuff. So it was nothing special. Things that we were learning in school is the same thing that they were learning in the civilian world. And then I joined the military in 1987 after I graduated. I joined the U.S. Army. I knew what I wanted to do very early in my life, and I really liked that. And so I went to Army basic training at Fort Dix, New Jersey in 1987. And I remember on one of the first days that we were there, that we were all lined up, basic training brings in all these people from different parts of America, white, black, Chinese, Indian, you name the culture, you name the color, you name the just name it. Everybody was in one group coming in from different beliefs, different sociocultural upbringings, different family upbringings. And we were all put into this small barracks together with different mindsets and stuff like this. So right away, I would say either the first or second day that we were there, I got called. We got called into the drill sergeant's office individually, and I remember Drill Sergeant Jefferson. He had a gold tooth, and everybody knew that when he was smiling, you saw the gold tooth. That means that we were in trouble. But he called us in, fresh recruits, civilians. Basically, we just started basic training, and he asked a very simple question. He asked me, Private Can, what color am I? And I gave the answer, black. And he told me I was wrong. And I didn't know what to say. I mean, I was 18 years old, young kid. This is what I knew. There was no anger behind it. It was just what we were taught growing up, black. It wasn't racist. It was just what we knew. And the thing is, he said I was wrong. And the correct answer was green. And that really punched me in the face. That was really good. And it had me thinking, because my dad was in the Air Force, and I don't remember ever seeing any kind of racial thing there. When I was in the Army, when I first joined the Army, and Drill Sergeant Jefferson told me the correct answer was green. There's no black, there's no white. We're one. We're a family. We're brothers and sisters. We all bleed the same thing. We all do the same jobs. We're all there for the same mission. So I had to answer the question like, drill sergeant, black, drill sergeant. This is what we were told to do. We had to do it loud. We had to be confident and do this. And the answer was, we're all green. And it's very real. It's very real. So this is what I want to talk to you today about the racism. I said that there's no organization on the planet that's perfect. There's bad actors everywhere, even in the U.S. military. But what makes the U.S. military so efficient, effective, and deadly? What is that? Is it the equipment? No. It's not the equipment. The equipment are just tools that we use to accomplish missions. It's the people. The people is what makes the U.S. military deadly, efficient, and effective. It's the common belief in understanding that we get focused in this training. It's the belief in the mission statement and why we're there. It's the belief in the vision of what we're doing and where we're going with this, what we're trying to do. It's a common belief, and it has nothing to do with your skin color. It has nothing to do with your skin color. It has everything to do with that belief, that drive, that passion, those morals, those ethics. Is there racism in the military? Yes, there is. Like I said, no organization is perfect. When racism is discovered in the military, it's stopped very quickly. And it's not stopped so nicely. Okay? The common training that we go through, every soldier goes through this basic training. And I believe in organizations, corporations, civilian corporations, and companies, I believe that this stuff needs to be implemented internally as well. Because it removes any guesswork. It removes any kind of superiority complex. Everybody goes through it, from the generals to the privates. They all go through this training, and we suffer together. Black, white, Hispanic, Chinese. We all suffer together through this. There's no, you're white, so you're going to get special treatment. You're black, so we're going to feel sorry for you. There's none of that. You've got to meet standards. You've got to pass these things in order to be able to become a soldier. If you can't meet those standards, then you're not going to become a soldier. You're not going to be part of that organization. And this is why we're all green. We need to help each other. So it's the diversity. It's the mutual respect. It's the common suffering of going through this training and learning a new skill and a new way of thinking. It's not brainwashing, guys. They don't brainwash you. They're teaching you standards. They're holding you to account for those standards being met. They're testing you that you meet those standards. It's an organization. And you're responsible. They're responsible for giving you that training. And they're responsible for weeding out the bad apples. So again, it's not about black, white, Chinese, brown, whatever you want to call it. It's about coming together with a common goal, a common vision, and having belief in that. It's about being unified. It's about being a team. Because you need to know, and I need to know, and my brother to my left and my sister to my right needs to know, if we get in combat, when bullets start flying, who can I count on? Who can they count on? It has nothing to do with skin color. And this is what the world needs to know, and they need to learn. It's a hard world out here. And if we're always fighting each other, coming up with excuses, playing the victim, okay, nothing will ever change. You are what you are. You are what you make yourself to be. You are what you surround yourself with. You are who you surround yourself with. Your growth is your choice. Who you surround yourself with is your choice. If you surround yourself with bad elements, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be bad. If you surround yourself with those good people, okay, those people that have a head on their shoulders, that have a vision, have a belief, and put that drive into it, okay, you're going to pick up those traits. You're going to pick up those skills. They say a natural born leader. There's no such thing as a natural born leader. Leaders are made by their surroundings, by their struggles, by what they've gone through, but what their friends and family has gone through their experiences. That's where leaders are made. We need to start making more leaders. We need to start doing things the right way. We need to stop being segregated and separated. And we need to reach out our hands to everybody around us. And sometimes to make that happen, we need to go through these trials and tribulations, what's happening now. The volcano needs to erupt. That infection needs to get out. That pain needs to be heard. And yes, people will get hurt. People will get killed. But in the end, on the other side of this, two things can happen. Either more division or closer relations. Let's figure out solutions together. Not everybody has answers. We're in a unique time in this planet, in our history. Slavery was not started in America. In actuality, slavery ended in America. The Emancipation Proclamation. That's something for everybody to be proud of. Are we still growing? Are we still learning? Absolutely. But again, America's ahead of the game. So you guys need to keep your heads up. You need to start coming together. We all bleed green. We all bleed red. We just have different mindsets, different beliefs, different upbringings, different experiences. But if you can be that one person to stand out of the crowd, be that lighthouse, that thing that people look up to, then we've got a good start. Stop playing the victim and start being the leader. The right way, the moral way, the ethical way. This is what you guys need to start doing. This is what we all need to start doing globally. These people, these leaders that we vote into office positions, the diplomats, the politicians, are they really there for you, or are they there for themselves? We don't like getting into politics because that's not who we are. We are equal. We just have different experiences on the planet. And we're here to show you what we've learned. This is why impact consulting and training is here. We know it's effective. We know it works because we lived it. These are things that need to start happening. These tensions need to be released. The pressure, the infection needs to be brought out because it's the only way that we can actually start healing this wound in reality. The infection has been growing for long enough. It's time to clean that wound out, and it's painful, and it hurts, and people are going to get hurt. But on the other end of it, we're going to be stronger as a human race. We're going to be better. It's a changing point in history. And all of this is being recorded. But where do you fit into that history? Where does your legacy lie? Are you one of the provocators, the instigators, the pushers? Or are you a leader with morals, ethics, principles, and values, with equality and diversity in your heart? That's what you need to ask yourself. So, in closing, we appreciate your time. We'll get these videos more and more. We're going to be talking more about leadership. This is what we do. We enjoy traveling around the planet and looking at your organization and seeing where we can make differences in. It's not an easy world, but we can get through it together. We think the world has a large potential. We think that there can be a great future, and we love you. So do us a favor. The banner going down below here, okay? Follow us on there. Put your comments on there. Give us a subscribe on the YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up on the YouTube channel, or an angry face, or shout out. Be angry if you need to. We're here. We'll listen. Most powerful tool that a leader has are his ears. Okay? So you got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So it's easy to listen and wait for that feedback to come. So this is what we are. Again, Brent, co-founder, Impact Consulting and Training. Sign up to one of these things below us. Send me a private message. Send us a private message, and we'll get back to you. It'll be fine, guys. We're going to get through this. It's a lot of pain, a lot of healing, a lot of anger right now. And it needs to come out. It doesn't need to come out. It needs to come out globally because there's racism all over the planet. And listen to this, okay? It will get better. But sometimes we have to go through the bullshit to get to the good shit. That's what we say, struggle breeds greatness. What do you do with that struggle? Do you blame everybody and play the victim continually? Or do you take those lessons learned and try to educate the right way the people around you to change, to don't make those same mistakes? These are personal choices, and we hope that you choose the right way. This is Brent. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. We love you. The world has a future, guys. The world has a future. People have a future. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe, like, share the videos if you want to. We're really looking forward to it. We could use that help. We could use that word of mouth marketing. Every little bit helps, guys. Every little bit helps. So we'll talk to you, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? Have a good one. Peace. We love you. We'll talk to you later. Bye.